Hi, I'm Amy Gunderson, back to talk about our Don't Be a Square Afghan knit along. Last month, hopefully you were joining us here for Intarsia, and this month we were talking about lace. So things we're going to cover in the first half of the lace video are a knit two together decrease, an SSK, which stands for slip slip knit decrease, and yarn overs, and also reading charts. So this is what the chart looks like for the third block of the series, which is the first lace block, and it's called Step Up Your Game. And so here's what it looks like. And I'm going to take you through what it's like to read a lace chart and how to read your knitting, and that's pretty much it. So you can see, one thing that's nice to know about knitting charts is that they should be a pretty good visual representation of what the finished piece will actually look like. So if you look at the chart here, you can see there are like these bumpy looking things going on down here at the bottom and on the sides, and that is actually representative of what garter stitch actually looks like in the flesh. See bumpy ridges there. And the same with the actual lace pattern. You can see that there are like these slanted things here, and then these round things next to them, and those are similar to the decreases here, where here are these whole things, which are the yarn overs, and the decreases, which slant a particular direction. So anyway, let's get going. So here's a little swatch that I've started. I'm not going to do the whole block here because that would be really boring for you to sit here and watch that, but I'm just going to do a couple repeats of the lace pattern from the Step Up Your Game chart. So I'm going to do a little 3-stitch garter stitch border here, just like in the block. So I'm going to knit 3. And then if you look at the next little square on the chart, it's a forward slash going like this, which if you look at the key on the chart, you can see that that stands for knit 2 together. So knit 2 together is just knitting 2 stitches together, just like it sounds, and it's going to decrease 1 stitch, because if you take 2 and make it into 1, or if you take 2 and put them together, it's going to make 1. Anyway, so knit 2 together, I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to insert it knitwise through the 2 stitches. And if you see here, you can see that I put it through the second stitch all the way through the first stitch, just like that. I'm going to wrap my yarn around the needle, pull it through those 2 stitches, and slide it right off the needle there. So now I've got only 1 stitch. So that's a knit 2 together. Then I'm going to yarn over. So I'm going to take my yarn and wrap it like that around the needle, not like that, but like that. And then the next stitch is a blank square, which means knit. The next one is a yarn over. And the next one is the SSK decrease, which means slip slip knit. So I'm going to slip 1 knitwise. I'm going to slip the next one knitwise. Then I'm going to put them back onto the needle and knit them together through their back loops. I'll do that again, so don't worry if you missed it. Okay, and then knit 1. And those 6 stitches that I just did are the first row of that little pattern repeat that's outlined on the chart. So I'm gonna do this one more time. So I'm gonna knit 2 together. I'm going to do the little O, which is the yarn over. Gonna knit 1. Going to yarn over again. And I'm gonna do that SSK again. So it's slip 1 knitwise, slip 2 knitwise. Oh, stay on there, yarn over. And then I'm going to, see, I'm just putting the left needle through the front there, which automatically keeps the right needle through the back legs of the stitch. I'm going to knit those together. And Here we go. So that is basically it, and I'm gonna go through that SSK one more time because I want to show you a variation of that. This is a little advanced tip for, and the SSK that I just showed you I don't actually use. It's typically when you see the stitch defined, that's what most people say, but I learned a number of years ago to do that decrease a different way, and I prefer it because I feel like it makes it lay a little bit flatter. It's really only for the anal retentive out there, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, just in case you are. So I'm going to do my knit 2 together again, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. Okay, so this is the way I like to do it, which is slip 1 knitwise. Now the next one, instead of slipping it knitwise, I'm going to slip it purlwise. And knit 2 together through the back loop. So it's kind of hard to see from here. It's very, very similar. It's still a left-leaning decrease, but to me, like I said, it lays a little bit flatter, and that's what I like to use. So those are the basic 3 new stitches that you're going to need to do this chart. And oh, you know what? I actually forgot one more. In the very top of the chart, in case you've never done this increase, there's a little loopy loop here thing, which stands for a knit front and back increase. So let's do that real quick so you know how to do that. That's where you knit into the front of the stitch, and then you knit into the back of the stitch, and thereby increasing 1. So one more time, it's knit into the front, knit into the back, and there you have it, 1 stitch increased.